Stretch your perspective to tap into the unseen potentiality within. Concern yourself with the subtleties that arise when focused in the present moment. Take time to be intimate with what you feel and what wisdom is contained in those feelings. Dig a little deeper into your curiosities to unravel organic inspiration. Follow these trails within through faith and trust in your inherent capacity to create. Hold on to that inner child curiosity, lightness and creativity, and combine it with the experience and lessons learned as you've matured. And in this combination, you'll be able to captivate yourself in each moment, to realize the potentiality in you, that childlike exuberance and potentiality within will be made manifest with the acumen gained as you've matured and experienced more and learned the necessary lessons. It is important to hold both within you, both perspectives within you, to embody the paradox of being an adult, but also engaged in your inner child, exuberance and lightness and playfulness. As a child, we have that potentiality. And as we get old, as we get older and learn and become wiser, we are then able to manifest and realize the potential of our childlike essence. The point of growing old, getting older and learning more isn't to get old. It's to service the inner child in you, that creative spirit, that exuberant spirit, that playful spirit. As we get older, we learn more and we grow into ourselves, and we can become more effective in our actions and in the world and in service to our inner child, to this creative spirit, essence, playfulness. If you get, as with each year and as the older you get, you turn it more into stone and you hold on to pain of the past and you become heavy and you sink, then you will lose that playfulness. You will become nihilistic and pessimistic as life becomes mundane, as you are stuck in the adult world entirely. From the adult perspective, it's conserve the inner child through lessons learned and wisdom gained. And the inner child is related to the adult perspective as it requires action, as it requires insights, wisdom, application, action, discipline. They are both intertwined. And when you are lost in one or the other, when you are unbalanced, whether it be not wanting to grow up and not wanting to be disciplined, to be consistent, to make sacrifices, or whether on the other spectrum, whether you are lost in the adult and you are nihilistic and you're heavy and you have turned into stone and pessimistic, they both complement each other. They are both in service to one another. And together they create, on their own, they are just noise. But together they make a sound, they make a melody. And it is important that you play that melody, because through the interaction of your inner child and your adult perspective creates your unique melody and music. They are instruments to be used. And when they are played on their own, they are just noise. But together, they create harmony. They are destined to play with one another. And that can be tough, because the child spirit can be daunted by discipline, and the adult perspective can be resentful of or ashamed of that playfulness, that exuberance that it would rather hide or limit or judge. And so it's important for you to be a parent of these two perspectives and to mediate between the two, and to allow for mediation, for compromise, to honor both your perspectives in different moments when they require. Some moments will require to be more disciplined, to take more action, to be more, to take actions of sacrifice. And some moments will require a more playful perspective, a more gentle approach, and more to follow up, to create space to follow up on curiosities. And it is up to you to discern between these two, as they both have their own individual needs that will require you to listen to them. And by listening to their two individual needs, and by building a long-term relationship with both, you can then unite them in their happy accord. As you have learned to integrate them both into your body, they then harmonize and create effortless music that will flow out of you in different ways, in relationships, in your creative pursuits, social environments, whatever. Holistically, it will come through. But it requires you to service yourself and to listen to your adult and your child perspective, and to learn and discern their unique capabilities, and to mediate between the two, to not be stuck in one or the other, or to judge one and to allow the other one, or to keep them, to understand them both as integral to your holistic body and into your expression in your life. If life is all play and hedonistic, we don't realize our potential. But if life is just purely grinding, working, we have no opportunity to grow. A plant needs discipline. It needs to be watered, but the plant also needs to bathe in the sun. It needs both. So take time to bathe in the sunlight of your playfulness and softness and gentleness, but also take time to be disciplined to water your plant consistently, lest it fall away from grace. And with these two skill sets that you possess, you can optimize your inner life and how you express yourself in your outer life. And if you can harmonize these two perspectives and integrate them both into yourself, you will find life becoming more of a dance than an effort. Because often effort is because the effort comes in resisting or hiding or ashamed or scared of one or the other, or trying to battle one or the other. And that takes effort, that is draining, because maybe we've learned that we have to be serious all the time, or maybe we've learned that actually we need to be hedonistic all the time. Whatever our beliefs are, whatever we've grown up with, or whatever we've become comfortable with these two perspectives, it is important to understand the importance and the difference, the uniqueness of both, and to understand the holistic nature that they are in service to one another, and for you to be the mediator between both, and that responsibility lies with you, not just for a month or two, but for the rest of your life, because as you engage more and more with your inner child, it will continue to grow as you give the sunlight of your acceptance and love to your inner child. It will continue to grow throughout your life, and will continue to express new ideas and new creative outlets and new curiosities. But at the same token, your adult side will continue to grow, and will learn more, and will gain more wisdom, and understand greater forms of action, greater forms of sacrifice. So it is not a one and done. It is something that you are building a long-term relationship with for the rest of your life, with the understanding that it will continue to grow like a plant as you feed it, and as you water it, and as you give it sunlight. And to understand that this flower, your flower, has no limitations on its growth. There is no point where you are grown and that is it, and you can just, no. There will always be another plateau, another peak to look up to and to be inspired by and to ascend to. And that is your journey, that is our journey. Understanding that you and I, we have our unique flowers to grow, to water, and to bathe in sunlight. And it is through these two perspectives, in the inner child and the adult, that we have the tools necessary to feed and grow our plant, our flower. And as it begins to unfurl, we will begin to witness the inherent beauty we have within us through this holistic integration of self. So, play with it, sacrifice to it, understand there are no limitations, and there is always more growth, there is always more opportunity, as long as you apply yourself in the right way, through listening and applying yourself equally to these two parts of you. So, till next time, good luck, bye.